What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Sunday, July 2nd. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 10-game MLB slate tonight. Missed the video yesterday, so we're gonna do the $25 PayPal giveaway in this video, so stay tuned for that. So let's get into the pitcher position here. I like Spencer Strider. Now, he is the stud pick on the slate, but there's quite a bit of value on the slate, so I think you could fit him in here. So, Spencer Strider, he's only giving up a .620 OPS versus lefties, .602 OPS versus righties, facing 4 lefties and 5 righties. So, the Marlins have only hit 4 of his last 25 pitches. That's a 160 batting average, and Spencer Strider is $11,600 FanDuel salary, $1,200 more on DraftKings, averaging 43 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 3.73, record is 9-2, pitching an average of 99 pitches per game. So I like Spencer Strider as a stud pitcher here versus the Miami Marlins. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. So I like Josh Naylor. He's got a 58% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Jameson Taillon. Josh Naylor batting 16% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .774 OPS versus righties. Jameson Taillon pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 42% worse than his other pitches, giving up a 1.073 OPS versus lefties. So Josh Naylor is 1 for 4 here versus Taillon. He's got a single, but I do like the splits here. He's $3,400 FanDuel salary, $500 more on DraftKings. He's averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's got a batting average of 296, and he's been on fire. He scored 12, 22, 3, 25, and 7 fantasy points in his last 5 games. So I like Josh Naylor here versus Jameson Taillon. Okay, everyone, it's time to announce the winner of our $25 weekly PayPal giveaway. And the winner is John Jester 8254. Congratulations, John Jester. You are the winner of this week's $25 PayPal giveaway. Please reply to our comment to collect your prize. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So now we're getting into the value plays here. I like Owen Miller. He's got a 13% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Rich Hill. Owen Miller batting 4% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .743 OPS versus lefties. Rich Hill giving up a .751 OPS versus righties. Now, Owen Miller is 0 for 3 here versus Hill, but I like this pick because the splits are pretty good, and he's only $2,600 FanDuel salary, $900 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of 293, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, so I think it makes him a fantastic value play here tonight. So I like Owen Miller here versus Rich Hill. Okay, so I like Max Muncy. He has a 25% batting advantage over the low salary pitcher Brady Singer. Max Muncy, he's batting 24% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .769 OPS versus righties. Brady Singer pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .812 OPS versus lefties. So Max Muncy is 0 for 1 here versus Singer, but I like the splits, and he's $3,400 FanDuel salary, $1,700 more on DraftKings, averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. Now, don't let this throw you off. He only has a batting average of 189, but he is averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season, and it is a good matchup. So I like Max Muncy here versus Brady Singer.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. So a stud pick that I like here, Ellie De La Cruz. Whenever he's batting against a righty pitcher, he's in a good spot. He's batting 76% better versus righties, batting a 1.061 OPS versus righties. Now, Michael Wacha is giving up a .597 OPS versus righties, and Ellie De La Cruz is 0 for 2 here versus Wacha, but I do have him as my home run hitter here tonight. He didn't score any fantasy points last game, so I think it's a good bounce back game for Ellie De La Cruz. He's $4,300 FanDuel salary, $1,600 more on DraftKings, so obviously a stud pick here, but I like Ellie De La Cruz here versus Michael Wacha. Now, I also like Corey Seager. He's batting against the low-salary pitcher, Sean Dubin. Corey Seager batting 13% better versus righty pitchers, batting a 1.012 OPS versus righties. Sean Dubin, he's pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 26% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .874 OPS versus lefties. So there's no at-bats versus Dubin yet. Corey Seager is $3,900 FanDuel salary, $2,400 more on DraftKings, averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .348. So I like Corey Seager here versus Sean Dubin. Okay, moving on to the outfield position here. Let's see if I can give you another value play. Here's a couple of value plays. So, somewhat of a stud pick here. Nick Castellanos is 10 for 25 here versus Williams, but I didn't give you enough value on this slate. So let's go ahead and just see what kind of value we have here. All right. So I like Steven Kwan. He's $2,900 FanDuel salary, $1,200 more on DraftKings. I like Brandon Marsh. He's $2,900 on FanDuel, $100 more on DraftKings. Both of those players I think are good mid-range value for this slate. But if you're looking for a value play here, you need to save some salary. Probably my favorite value play on the slate. Take a look at Jason Hayward. He's got a 76% batting advantage over the low salary pitcher Brady Singer. Jason Hayward batting 76% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .829 OPS versus righties. So you only want to play Jason Hayward versus righty pitchers. Now Brady Singer, we know he's given up a .812 OPS versus lefties. And I like this pick because Jason Hayward is 2 for 2 here versus Singer. 3.5 OPS because one of those hits was a home run. And he's only $2,400 FanDuel salary, 500 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season. He's got a batting average of 264, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. So I like Jason Hayward as a value play here versus Brady Singer.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.